Greetings everyone. It gives me great pleasure in meeting you again in another video. This is Levin, Assistant Researcher in Our Moon Life Universe Research Center and Foundation in India. And I'm going to explore into the very recent article that was published in our website. This is under one of the three subjects, that is we do researches on like moon, earth and universe subjects, and this particular topic is under the moon subject. And here we are talking about a light flood in the nature, and this happens and is happening on earth based on the livelihood and life that is being created on the moon. So this article very specifically explores the aspect of what happens when the livelihood is created on the moon, that the life on earth is going to take a change based on it. And this whole nature that the earth's transition that it is going to have on itself is a very positive change, and it's going to be a great improvement in the quality of life in itself on earth, and the growth of humanity in it. This aspect, right, like this article tries to portray the nature of existence in the current situation of the world, and nowhere in the article it is being like bought into any kind of stress in any perspectives. It's all thought freedom, and it has a whole natural element to it, which starts from the beginning of the article itself. And I would also like to convey that this particular section I'll be like splitting it into multiple sessions, so that as I do my research work with the article, I'll be sharing my thoughts, experiences and everything with you guys. So here in the first paragraph we see that how current state of the world is, where there is so much natural disasters that happen, and then there is this disease based widespread that's going on our planet. All of this, right, is eventually going to lead towards our livelihood being created on our neighboring planet, our moon. And this course, right, though this perspective looks a bit grim on the face value, but it's not so at all. It's a very freedom giving, very reassuring. It just shows the nature of everything, how to take all this experience in such a natural way. The whole aspect of this research itself addresses that, and that is the nature with which this particular article is starting as well. And as we move forward into the next section, addresses the changes and the nature of the changes that is going to happen on earth, and how it is connected in the overall aspect of this whole article. And even when moving on from the first paragraph, the way the first paragraph is placed in itself just describes that it just sparks the questioning ability within us of like how exactly the questioning perspective is required to be placed within ourselves. And let's move on into the article. So what is being described here is that the life's social nature on earth and the natural structure in the way that the nature functions on our planet, all of its core fundamental aspect is going to go through a change when the the moon's rotational nature is going to take its change during the moon's rotational nature change. And the article then transitions into an aspect where how this particular statement can be understood and how it can be taken within yourselves, and the knowledge and the fundamental aspects that are required to understand these elements, right, is being described in the paragraph. And even when the paragraph ends, it's directly connected to a certain fundamental understandings that can be understood from the universe research subject in our Hormone Life Research Center website. So in this particular element where they're like talking about the things that we need to have in understanding to digest this particular statement, that the whole natural operational methods are going to go through change, and the life's social element, the social element of life as an energy in itself is going to go through a change. So for that, there is a huge importance in understanding of all how this whole fundamental nature in its existence itself functions. And for this, a simple statement is being taken, and out of the 5 fundamental elements of nature, right, heat, water, air, earth, and space, out of these 5, we're just taking the heat element, and which that in the existence of this whole planetary clustered structure, which is our solar system, in which light, the whole execution is happening, right? The whole execution of this whole planetary system is like within itself. For it to come into existence, these 5 fundamental elements act in like multiple ways to make it work in the way it is, and it comes into like play through the 3 major structures, which is not part of this article, which is there in the universe research subject, where you have gravity, you have rotational nature, and then you have the protective field. All of these protective field of an individual planet makes it so that the planet can rotate in and revolve in its orbital path, and this whole existence is there, in which the life's movement and the entire execution of this structure itself is happening through the source of light. And this light serves as a protective formation for this nature's life to grow into each of its evolutionary sections. Not necessarily evolution over like period of time. It's like the evolution within their lifetime. Like they'll from a small plant to a grown tree, all of it has its own age, and a very old age tree. So this whole, it has its own span of life, where its requirement and its contribution in the nature would vary in all of these periods. And for these to be protected in all of these sections, light through the format of heat becomes the first source. And this perspective is the very first time is being put out in our research formats, and which makes a huge difference. And continuing on the topic, right, I just want to ensure one perspective of this article mainly is that it shows the current activity that's happening in the nature, and its the way that activity is changing and the changes that we are seeing in our current nature is being explicitly called out in the article. At the same time, as we are like acknowledging that nature of existence, at the same time, at the same moment, the whole nature of this whole development and what kind of knowledge is required and what is the fundamentals behind it and what is the operational knowledge we would require to create livelihood on the moon is also being said in the article in the same parallel sense. And this notion of like showing both in the same element, right, is for us to understand that all of these current natural changes, only if we understand its true nature, will we have the right knowledge to utilize it to our benefit when the right time comes in. The operational knowledge is to be put to practice on the moon in creating the livelihood nature on the moon, is what my understanding that I could concur from the entirety of this article. And it goes through various aspects in bringing out the wisdom and the knowledge in it. For instance, if we would take the section where we are talking about time period measurement, right? Initially we are like talking about like what is the nature of time period, and here when we talk about time period scientifically, the easiest way that we would usually like naturally lead towards is, or lean towards, is the time span, the entirety of any one's time lifespan. So here when we mean by time period measurement, it also includes that, but it is not necessarily that it is only the time span of anything. It is more than that. That is why this whole image makes more sense, where let's say a person is like growing, right? For him, age is a very important point of measure, but in an actual livelihood, age becomes a very arbitrary number, rather than that what kind of elements happen in segments of a person's age. Let's say he's in certain age group, and his unique experience to the nature of his particular period of life, that usually if you're in adolescence or you're in like an young adult, and these sort of phases will have its own natural constraint, and will also have its own natural independence based on the type of seeking you have, right? So these elements, right, are like even more important in terms of the measure of time. So it's not just the span, it's about what happens in a particular window, these observations only. So even here, like what our experience in like sun's light in our lives, livelihood experience turned into clock, and our experience with the moon, its influence on our daily livelihood turned into a calendar, and our understanding of season from our temperature or climatic conditions around us turned into the seasonal understanding that we have about our earth, and around which we try to even act, like when we would sow seed or when we would like do our harvest, and how we would adapt in our daily livelihood, in like going into office or like coming out of an office, the kind of preparation, say if it's a winter season, how you would keep yourself active. See, all these things have not come to us in the knowledge just like a span of time. It's come through many experiential livelihood, and we are like in the brink of it, where we are like we're using all of that knowledge to our advantage. And similarly, the experience, like one's experience, at the point of having some experience, we would like treat it just as an experience. It will not mean much, rather than just it has like probably clarified something to you in your understanding, or it has disrupted your way of life or something like that. But the accumulation of all this experience, when seen from another perspective, that they measure it as your maturity, right, or someone's maturity. So this time period, once we set this fundamental understanding of time period, we go into the nature of universe's time period, and our immediate way of going to it is what is the lifespan of our universe, which is like very insignificant in the type of knowledge we are trying to utilize from these understandings, or like our understanding of our universe. Here it's more about how the nature of time is itself measured in our life experience with the existence of the universe's nature. So you see these connections, right? How everything, even the sun's light, the moon's light, the climatic condition, everything like comes down to your livelihood, not just the individual livelihood, which is a significant value. It also like accumulates to the entire humanity's livelihood. And that's where you see the entire, like the second paragraph in the time measure article. I mean the time period measurements section of the article, and there they go. There is they explain. So the entire aspect, right? Like when what happens is it flows into the next concept where human livelihood on the moon is being spoken about in the article. So the nature of time measurement in the universe is being talked about, and how rotational nature and the interaction between heat and cold is used as fundamentals in knowing, like how time functions in our livelihood as a source in our livelihood, and all of these natural elements which we already discussed. Like its fundamentals are like the understanding from which I got it from. The source is describing the same. If you read through it's very clear, but that actually translates into the part where the current nature of the moon is being explored very clearly. And the current nature of the moon is that, if you see it directly, its nature is that it's brighter than its usual nature, and its whole appearance, if you see, there is a difference in its appearance, and the overall the brightness, the plant lives are like utilizing from the moons, especially on the full moons in recent times, are being like phenomenal compared to like times of the past. So this is a great improvement for life on Earth. So the first question would arrive is that, okay, all of these great improvements are coming in, and where are we to work in this whole element of creating livelihood on the moon, is being explained in this transition, where this nature does not complete the livelihood creation on the moon. It's just acting as a tool, which I initially mentioned in the article itself. That's the understanding which I could derive from the article, is that the whole livelihood nature, right? And even here, when observing, we are observing about the light of the moon, its effect on Earth, and light of the moon's effect on Earth's livelihood and life's livelihood on Earth is very unique compared to what we would observe very, very directly on sun's light. It's very apparent, but moon's impact is very subtle, and it is very omnipresent, and it's a very key to the flourishing nature of life on Earth. And for the flourishing nature, if you see its connectivity is all over the place, and as you go deeper into those research formats, it will only become apparent over again, just to like it's to such an extent that it would even feel like that life can never exist on Earth without the moon. And that is the impact of moon's presence on our nature and our natural existence in this universe. And the subtle changes in the light that we are seeing on the moon right now, its impact goes a long way. And this impact, right, this impact does not necessarily mean that livelihood can be created on the moon. And the nuance of livelihood existence was discussed in this article again, where we are talking about how the 5 grand fundamental elements acting as a separate element in the universe structure, where, for instance, let me say a heat from the sun comes onto the surface of the planet as a heat wave, and this is being utilized by a plant. This is the activity of just heat alone. There is no interference with any other 4 elements. Now let's take the same heat, apply it in the entire existence of the natural nature of the. So nature of the the way nature works. So the nature of the way nature works is that, like, the 5 grand fundamental elements together, the same heat in the soil, right? When the earth, when the sunlight shines on the earth, it absorbs all the heat, and with the help of the earth and the space around it, and the nature of water with the earth joined together, holding the heat within itself. And when the day fades, the heat is expelled from the earth. This natural phenomenon, right? Here, 3 or 4 of the fundamental elements come together to create a natural phenomenon, and this is another element of nature. And this nuanced way in which all of these fundamental nature elements function on earth, right, it's very nuanced. Like, it supports every form of life on earth, and this format is to be mimicked, and it needs to be similar to that of earth on the moon. So the amount of nuance required over there is very clearly expressed, showing the vastness of this whole work, and the amount of research that goes into this, and the amount of effort as us humanity to take it forward is like phenomenal. And I hope to connect with you on future articles with the same kind of knowledge I've gathered by reading the research work of our beloved Shri Sivamadi M. Madhyalagan sir on ourmoonlife.com. Thank you guys. Bye.